Can you make profit in sports betting every week? I've got something to tell you today. We at Wise Prediction share a common vision and mission. Our vision is simply to maximize the chance of making consistent profit in sports betting. People spend quite a lot of money nowadays on sports betting, but only a very small fraction of them is really making a profit out of it. We want to make that decision making easier when selecting the matches to bet on by simply providing football match result predictions that are powered by advanced techniques of artificial intelligence. Well, you don't necessarily need to understand the technicalities behind it, but you just need to understand how we are going to be using our predictions when betting on football matches. The million-dollar question is if it's at all possible to predict the result of a match in advance, and we think it is, and we are targeting three major areas. The first one is the full-time match result, the second one is the half-time match result, and the third one is the number of goals that's going to be scored in a given match. The target is simple. We want to make betting decision easier. And if we want to make this decision easier, we first need to answer two major questions here. The first one is which matches are safer to bet on and which ones are riskier so that we should avoid betting on these ones. But how do we solve this thing? Reliable predictions require analysis. You can do the analysis yourself manually, or you can rely on an artificial intelligence program as the one that we've developed in Wise Prediction. Assume that Liverpool is playing against Arsenal. What we are doing here is that we take the historical performance data for both teams, analyze their performance during the past weeks, and determine where they stand today from a performance point of view. Later on, our software mixes them up and makes a prediction regarding the match result and other things that we've talked about before. Well, as mentioned, you can do this analysis by yourself manually, but what about doing this analysis manually for 100 plus matches every week? Well, you will need quite a lot of time, and I guess it will be quite difficult to be consistent in each and every prediction if you are doing it manually all the time. So at wiseprediction.com, we are providing betting predictions for full-time and half-time match results, plus the number of goals that's going to be scored in all matches. Our predictions comes from 100 plus matches every week, and it generally happens to be around 150 matches. We are analyzing 20 football leagues from 11 different countries in Europe, including England, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, Scotland, Turkey, Holland, Portugal, Belgium, and Greece. Everything is automated so that there is no human interaction involved in it and powered by advanced techniques of artificial intelligence. So let's go through an example. Liverpool actually really played against Arsenal earlier this year on the 24th of August. And prior to this match, our prediction was that the Liverpool would be winning the match with 60% probability. And among those probabilities, since 60% is the highest one, the assumption in our case was that the Liverpool will be winning this match. And the full-time result of this match was 3-1 for Liverpool, so that Liverpool won the match, so that this was a successful prediction. What about the number of goals? Our prediction was that there will be at least 4 or more goals in this match with 97.6% probability. As it is the highest one compared to the other ones, that was the one that you could bet on based on our predictions. And it was the case. It was a successful prediction as well. For full-time match results, if it was the case that all these predictions were quite close to each other, to make it extreme, let's say that 33%, 33%, and 34%, just for the sake of example, such probabilities are quite close to each other, meaning that performance-wise, teams are quite close to each other as of today, so that the match can actually end with any result. So that such matches are quite difficult to predict and you should avoid betting on them. We're going to have more tutorials regarding betting strategies in the future, but This information should be enough as of today. So where's the beef here? So the beef is that we want to make the profit part of this consistent week after week. Let's go through an example. For the sake of this, assume that you start with $1 only at the start of the season and make 20% profit every week throughout the season. And if you keep betting on the matches during 30 weeks, and if you can increase your betting budget week after week with the money that you earn from sports betting, after 10 weeks, you can grow your budget by 6 times. After 20 weeks, your $1 is going to be $38. And after 30 weeks, if you keep winning 20% week after week, your $1 is going to be $237. So the question is, what if your starting budget was $100 instead of $1? I'm not telling you which kind of starting budget you should have, but this should be kind of giving you an idea about what you can achieve with the help of wise prediction in the long run. If you have any questions or comments, please write them down.